I have an abnormal amount of wind noise in my helmet. Hopefully everything's okay. But today, this is like the test. This is, you're ready for prime time, I think. This is my Boom Vader BD 125. We got a Nibbi 22mm carb, aftermarket exhaust, as you can probably hear, Nibbi Quick Turn throttle, 17-tooth sprocket. And today we're using this bike for kind of what I got it for. I got it for goofing around mostly. But I want to be able to take it to work. I haven't really been doing that yet. I was waiting to get at least these mods done to give it a better chance standing up to everyday traffic. And honestly, I'm not even concerned about the power. It's not even, this little 125cc does probably 7 or 8 horsepower, maybe 6, depending on what you read, what you don't read. They are a copy of the Honda Grom, but from what I heard, they do like the power's just a tad lower than that. And I gotta remember, I got you guys on my chest rig today, because on the chin mount with this bike, you pretty much can't see any of it. Gonna do cool guy drift around this corner, not really though. Excuse me. Yeah, the main thing I'm worried about is trying to figure out what stoplights like me and what stoplights don't. So I'm actually gonna take a slightly different route than what I usually take and see if it works out. I've kind of scouted in this area, I guess, before. So I already know of a couple spots where I may end up sitting. But we're just going to kind of play it by ear and do the best we can. We got a whole 18 minutes to get there, which should be plenty of time. This, of course, will be edited so you guys don't know exactly where I'm going or where I'm coming from. I don't need any crazy stalkers out there. Unless it's like a short little busty chick, then, yeah, where can I send you the address, baby? Take you for a ride on my mini bike, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, my typical route would have taken me up US 1, which is Capitol Boulevard here in Raleigh, and for those that are not familiar with the area, that's kind of like the main thoroughfare. Also, speed limit's like 45. Yeah, ain't nobody doing 45. I've had this bike up to 55 with my fat butt on it, still 240 pounds. I'm about 5'11", too, so I'm catching every bit of wind. But so far, these little neighborhood back roads are doing pretty good. And right now, I'm just kind of hoping this key is kind of going, I hope they're going where I'm going, at least for the most part. Because there's going to be a stoplight up here. I'm hoping to go straight through that. And I'm hoping to go through the next couple, and I'm hoping they make a left, or I hope they're going to make a left. If not, I got a contingency in place. Because while a lot of these, they got the sensors in the ground, they got the cables like in a straight line or like in a circle. And it's kind of like a electromagnetic field, and then it picks up a vehicle in it. The thing is, this thing doesn't have a whole lot of metal. I mean, it's got metal. Some sort of metal. Okay, so this works out, because this is the first light that usually doesn't see me. Even taking, like, the shadow and the katana to work back when I had that, this light was, like, not good at all. I don't know if it's prejudice against motorcycles or what the deal is. And taking this little thing to work is kind of fun. 1, because it's so nimble, and 2, because I don't know how long it's going to take me to get there. I think I could go down that way and loop around, too. And stick me out over there and avoid a light, but then I'd have to double back, and then I'd have to worry about another one making a left. And I'm just rambling. Oh no, they're turning. Well, that's not really what I was hoping for. I was kind of hoping they were still plugging along this direction. Because it wasn't necessarily this light. It's the next one I was concerned about, and I don't have anybody in front of me. Actually, the commuter gods may have smiled upon us. Because there's that big giant bus. And also this helpful Toyota. Or maybe not so helpful. I was really hoping that Toyota was going straight, because the light up here, no, does not see me. So what we're going to do is we are going to take a little side street right now, loop around like so. I can make my own exhaust noises. I'm just going to come up here. We're going to make a left. Now getting squished. Visor's fogging up, can't see. Yeah, because I already know this light doesn't like me. I don't know why. I think I'm an okay guy. Speed limit, let's go, baby! Woo! Yeah, because like I said, I've had her up to 50, 55. I could not imagine going any faster than that on this little bike. Got guys that want to, like, engine swap these things with, like, 300, like, freaking 300 cc's. I'm like, dude, I don't know, man. I think going, like, 60, 65, maybe 70 on this bike is kind of scary. And it's not even like the build quality of the bike. Yes, it's a Chinese clone of a Grom. Yes, it's not exactly, the fit and finish isn't exactly the same. The plastics feel a little cheap. But honestly, for a bike that I put together, it actually feels pretty good. And that was the crazy thing, is I bought this online, they delivered it. Like, in a big giant box, and then I put it together.
Later that day.
So I successfully made it to work, and now I gotta successfully make it home. So we got some similar concerns, obviously the same thing with the stoplights. However, speed is a mild concern now. Now, I know I said this morning that I wasn't that worried about it. Well, there's a lot less traffic first thing in the morning than there is at, you know, say 3 o'clock Friday afternoon. So I gotta be super particular about what route I want to take, because you know what? It's the end of the week. Everybody's in a hurry to go home. I kind of don't really blame them. And there's several options. You know, I could turn left here, and it's kind of like a main thoroughfare road to take me back to the big road. But I think what I'm going to do, I'm just going to do the opposite of what I did this morning, which is basically cut back through that neighborhood. Or I could brake right before I get to it. I could brake left right before I get to it. Essentially, it just comes down to how fast do I want to go? Or basically, how fast can I go without getting run over? This is also a good test for this bike in the heat, because I've never really ridden it, you know. I've taken it out in the mornings a couple times, probably in the, I don't know, mid-70s, upper 70s range. Like it was 78 Fahrenheit this morning. It's pushing probably about 95 Fahrenheit now. She seems to be getting along just fine, though. Might be doing even better once we get some fine-tuning into this carburetor. Yeah, if I made a right here, I'd have to turn left into another neighborhood. If I made a left here, that kind of takes me down like my normal route. I'm trying to go straight through this neighborhood. Partly because of less traffic, partly because those speed bumps are kind of fun, if I'm being honest. It's actually a pretty good little performing bike. The suspension isn't horrible, especially for someone like me who's kind of fat. You know, that 240 pounds, kind of taking its toll on whatever shock is on the back of this thing. And the fork oil, the factory fork oil in here is like, that stuff sucks. That's a big thumbs down for me. Eventually, one day, I'll figure out what I can replace it with. Probably whatever's in the Groms, I suppose. I guarantee there's like some thin junk in there right now. Oh yeah, these kind of speeds, man, like 30, 40 miles an hour, this bike is an absolute ton of fun. And honestly, that's kind of why I like smaller bikes, because you can just use all their power, like all the time. Like if I was on like 1,000 freaking, I don't know, what's 1,000? If I was on like a big bike, you know? That's what I'm trying to say. If I was on like a bigger motorcycle, would it be fun? Yes, it would still be fun, but... Shagoom! I wouldn't be taking these bumps at this speed. I mean, she's not fast, but that's kind of the point. A little bit of rear brake. They grab good, so that's nice. I've noticed there's a fair amount of people giving me room, too. Like, I think more so than if I was on, like, another bike. Don't pull out, please. Thank you. Alright, and coming this direction, this is actually the spot I was concerned about. So we missed this light, but that's okay. Because there's somebody in front of us. This light does not like motorcycles. Trust me. Doesn't like the Shadow. Didn't like the Katana. Doesn't like the Mean Streak. It doesn't like anything. Except cars, I guess. Ooh. I guess I told y'all wrong. It's super short, though. Need to get your butt across it quick. Alright, maybe we didn't miss it. Thank goodness this Lincoln was here, though. Worst case, I would have just pulled over, waited for somebody else to show up. Should be smooth sailing now, heck yeah. And for the first time taking this little bike to work, I'm kind of impressed. I mean, it did everything I needed it to do. If I had like a highway commute or something, I would not be on this thing. This speed limit on this road's 35, I'm doing 40. Every road I've been on, maximum speed limit's been 45. This bike's had no problem doing that. It could probably do it stock with a lighter person on it. I just think with the mods, it just makes it so much more enjoyable. Oh, that decel. And if I'm hearing right, I'm gonna have to check one or two things though. I need to go back once this cools down and double check all my exhaust bolts. I need to double check my carb bolts and all that good stuff, make sure everything's nice and tight. I did take the carburetor off after the initial install and kind of trim like a little bit of extra gasket out of there. So I need to make sure that that I don't have a little bit of a leak there, because it kind of sounds like I might. Not 100% sure. So this is the only light I was concerned about. Not necessarily like triggering it, because that's not really a thing, but it's mainly like getting across it quick enough to where I don't get squished. But yeah, it's been a great bike. I think it's going to make a great commuter, you know? I mean, ever since I got it, I've been pretty impressed with it. Because if you'd like to check out my first impressions of my Boom Vader BD 125-10, you can check that video out right here. And as always, y'all be good. See ya.